Hey, how you doing? This is Hank back at you with another guitar repair video. This is a Stratocaster that, as you can see, I'm checking the action on it. It's a guitar that I sanded down to this satin finish, and when I put it back together, I could never get the action right from where the bridge was setting. So of course, I have to shim the neck on this guitar, like I've done some other guitars on this channel. As you can see, I have a sock tied around close to the headstock. The reason why I did this is so I can loosen the strings here and they not really come loose from the tuning posts. You can do this with a locking nut also. You can loosen the strings to the tension you want and then kind of clamp the nut back down. So here I'm showing you, oh hey, I got the sock tied around, see? Now, the object of this is to pull the neck off and be able to put the neck back on with minimal work, you know? So I'm pulling the neck off here. As you can see, this guitar used to be purple. The last neck shim I did with sandpaper, and a luthier told me that aluminum foil works great. So since I had to fix the neck on this guitar, I'm like, well, why not? I'm going to try to do the aluminum foil. So you take a piece of foil and you just fold it like I'm doing here. And the thing about shimming these necks is trying to figure out the thickness that you need for the neck angle. So I've sort of just been doing this by feel. So I folded this piece. One thing to keep in mind is, you know, just a little bit goes a long way here when you're shimming these necks. I'm trimming it. I'm trimming the edges there so it'll fit all the way up against the backside of this pocket here. Now the shim is overlapping the neck screws back there. So I took the screw and I sort of made holes for the next screw to go through. Right here I'm sort of starting the screws and bringing the tips up to the base. As you can see, that tremolo block is floating around there. I'm going to show you a big mistake I made, a stupid mistake I made, and this might help you out. Watch this right here. You see that tremolo block lay down. Now pay attention to the strings. Boom! You just seen the 5th and 6th strings split apart from the 1 through 4 strings. See, now when I picked that tremolo up, unknowingly, I flipped that tremolo block in between that gap in the strings, and we'll get back to this later. I just wanted you to take a notice of that. This is something I did not realize when I did it. Okay, we got the neck back on, and I'm sitting here, oh, okay, well, that looks kind of twisted. Just flip it back this way. Yeah, that seems kind of straight, and here I am showing you, oh, look, I'm so smart. The stock is still tied on. I'm such a genius. But yeah, the shim's in, neck's tightened down. Put the tremolo back in, springs back on. And here I am. Look at the springs, or look at the strings, okay? You see how 1 through 4 are twisted around each other? And then I'm like, the 5th through 6 is twisted around each other. I don't do this all the time, so I'm like, what in the hell? So at this point, I'm thinking, well, maybe the neck went through the strings before I put the neck back on. The neck must have went in between the strings, and now I have this. Now, little did I know that right here, all I had to do was flip that tremolo block, roll it like a barrel in between the 5th and 6th string, but I just I wasn't thinking about that So I put the tremolo back in, and I'm like, what the hell? I couldn't figure it out at the time. So what I did is I was just like, the heck with it. I'm not pulling the neck back off to try to figure out what twisted around. So I just manually unraveled the strings and then, untwisted them from each other. I had to do about 3. I had to rewind about 3 of the strings. But I wanted to point out this is what happened, And here I am checking the action to make sure the shim, amazingly, first try, I got the shim perfect. And I didn't even have to adjust the action on the bridge. So that's just some kind of luck, I guess. So there you go, folks. That's basically a sped up version of how you shim the neck on a Strat. I know I'm a little late in mentioning this, but thanks for checking the video out, and subscribe and click the notification bell to catch future videos. I don't always do guitar repair videos, but who knows, you might like the channel. I appreciate you guys hanging out, and I'll see you next video. Bye.